Welcome to the next lesson where we gonna learn about average, minimum values and maximum values, and also we'll touch the if statement, which will help us a lot with future things when we discover the Excel. First of all, as you can see, I'm at another worksheet, and here I've got some kind of list of people, some scores, and we need to know if they're pass or they didn't pass. You can create by your own data list, or you can just download from the download section. And here we'll have some fun, because whenever you would like to have an average, you can select all the numbers and voila, you've got average over here. You can copy, paste by Control V, and you've got your average. But whenever something will change, our average stays the same. But we would like to have the average that will change over time. And with that, we can go to the formulas, and in the function, go to the more functions, statistical, and here you've got a lot of them. And here is an average. Oh, maybe I will just go there, more functions, and at the next cell, statistical, average, and I can just select where I would like to have that average. So click here, get all of them, get down, and voila, got the same results. And right now, whenever I change something, like for 260, because study just make a better score, you see my average change. And it's equal the average that I've got from the Excel over here. I will make it bigger for you. Remember, you can make it bigger by just pressing plus over here, zoom in, zoom out. You can also press Control and mouse wheel up and down, and as you can see, it's getting smaller or bigger. So whenever we knew how to create the average, and of course create it by ourselves, so equal sign average, and you've got it over here, double click, and here we can assign all of the values, close parentheses, and we've got everything. The second thing, because it's average, the second thing that we would, average. The second thing that we would like to have is the minimum value, and also in the maximum value. Double click over here to expand it, and it's good as it should. Go to more functions, statistical, and here we've got max and min should yeah, it's over here. And as before, we can delete it. Select, and also select by our hand just to select all of the things. Press enter, and we've got our minimum value. We can cut it, paste it, and voila, we've got everything as it should. And write it by ourselves. Value, select everything, close parentheses, works the same. The same with maximum value or function. Here we've got maximum, max, and we can do the same. Select all of the things. We've got the maximum value, and with max, we can create the same result easily. And that was the first part of that, because as you can see it, our title of our worksheet, it's average, minimum, maximum, and if. And if statement is more magical thing and more complicated, because it's a logical thing. So we would like to know if our result passes some kind of points level. For example, we can agree that if someone have more than 60 points, he pass or she pass. If not, they don't pass. So with that knowledge, we press to sign, and what's next? We need to find it out. And we can go to the help and create how I can help myself. If I have like if logical test, value if true, value if false. I know that I can find it in the formulas. It's logical. So it's if. And here we need to test. We need to test the value relative, so E2, if it's bigger than 60. You can also bigger or it equals to 60. Why? Because whenever you've got 60, you can pass. Of course, you can adjust it as you would like to. It's smaller or equal. You can just make it bigger, smaller, how you would like to. We'll stick with that one. value if true. So what we would like to have when the value is true? And in the quotes, you need to write the text that you would like to have written here. Of course, you can make some other operation. You can nest if inside them, but in most cases, one if is enough for all of the operation. And we are getting only throughout the basics of Excel. So with that, we need to have some kind of message like pass. And if not, we need to make a message as fail. Then okay, and the person fail. Graham, unfortunately, you failed that exam. With that, where we know that we can expand, and we've got fail, fail, pass because our value of B, 2, 3, and 4 changes over here. But what if we'll have like 100 of them? It's not convenient just to go and wait till we'll just fit it, because at 100,000, so it's easier way. Just go to that square. As you see, there's like that little cross. Double click here, and voila, we've got everything done. So 2 passes and why they pass. We can check more or less if it's okay. All of the passes worked as it should. The rest of them, unfortunately, fails. And also, we can do something more. Whenever you know the results, for example, we can create another if statement by ourselves. So we know how it can work. We need to check the logical formula. So we can check there's another test if that B2 is smaller than, for example, 35. And then, that's the tricky part. You can use comma or semicolon. It depends what you've got over there. That's very crucial. Over there, you've got comma or semicolon. And with that, you can have to stick, because it's the separator that allows you to bold and other things. So right now, we were the logical test. You can see that. And right now, we are in the value if true. And here, we can say, if it's the number smaller than 35, we can agree that that person will get fired. If not, work there. And that's all. As you can see, I make a small typo mistake on purpose. And what is it? You can have semicolon or you can have comma over here. So be prepared and be ready that it can just matter a lot. Press enter, he or she works there. We can expand it, go over here, double click at that square. Voila, sorry Tommy, you will work at our company no more. So we know how to work with the if statement, more or less, but don't worry, we'll work with the if statement more. And also I will show you the conditional formatting, which allows you to make it more simpler even and more colorful that we've done right now. We'll see you at the next lesson.